and welcome to our annual Literacy Night. I'm Mrs. McLeod, the principal here at Medulla Elementary. It's exciting to walk classrooms and see our students who are on campus learning, and to also view our students who are online. Our teachers have worked hard to put together some exciting activities and tips for you to use at home. We're looking forward to next year when you all can possibly enjoy being on our campus again. Until then, here's Miss Martin.
Good evening, Medulla families. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We have a lot of special things planned for you. Our teachers have done a phenomenal job working hard to prepare these activities and these learning opportunities for you and your family. On Thursday, your student should have received a bag. In the bag, you have the web link for this evening's event listed. You also have a bunch of different materials depending on your grade level. These materials will be used throughout tonight's lessons. We really hope you enjoy this evening, and we really value your feedback. At the end of tonight's segment, please take about 4 to 5 minutes and fill out the survey. On that survey, please be honest. Please let us know how we can help you at home. I know these times are different and we have to make our family nights virtual. Sadly, we can't be on campus together. However, we really value your feedback. So please take 4 to 5 minutes, fill out the survey, and let us know how we can make this opportunity better. Thank you, enjoy your evening, and have a wonderful night.
Hi, thank you for joining us. I am Miss Hanson and this is Mrs. Strange, and we are the 3rd grade reading teachers. We have been working diligently all year to prepare your child for 4th grade and, yes, of course, the FSA. Speaking of the FSA, testing will start on Tuesday, April 6th and continue on Wednesday, April 7th. This will be after a 3-day holiday weekend. Each test will be given 80 minutes to complete unless accommodations apply to your child. Testing will start after the 3-day weekend. Here are a few tips to help your child to do his or her best on the FSA math and reading. Math will be given in May. Get a good night's rest. Eat a healthy breakfast here at school or at home. Be on time. Early is best, especially on our testing days. Encourage your child to do his or her best. That is all we are asking of your student. We have been working hard all year long on this. In your packet, there are many reading activities listed. We are going to highlight a few of them. Word cards or sticks may be used for all of these activities. So word jar activity, write the words on cards or a popsicle stick. Have students pull out the card or stick and read the word. Encourage your child to use it in a sentence or explain what it is. They can be written on colored sticks, colored paper, or they can be written in a certain color. Beach ball activity, write the words in the sections of the beach ball, roll it, toss it, or hit it, and once it is caught, say the word, use it in a sentence, or explain what it is. The tic-tac-toe activity is a fun activity as well. Use the word cards, choose a word, write the word in a square, then the partner does the same thing, use different colored pens, markers, crayons to write the words. The person who gets 3 words in a row wins tic-tac-toe. The comprehension dice game is an activity that uses a book. You do not have to use a picture book. Number 1 says to relate to the text. That means how does the text relate to you? How can you relate to it? There are a few activities we would highlight on the 10 ways to build a vocabulary handout. The board games listed are excellent for building vocabulary, and they're a lot of fun as well. The websites or apps listed are also extremely useful. The alphabet game is a fun game to play while traveling. My sons still like to play that, and they are grown. The describe it activity is one that can be easily used during mealtime. This allows your child to use adjectives, synonyms, antonyms, etc. when describing objects. There is a sheet that has 10 word games listed on it. One of them is a card game. There again, use your vocabulary words, your sight words, or spelling words. Make 2 sets of cards and play the card games, Memory or Go Fish. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email either of us or message us on Class Dojo. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Welcome to Title I Family Engagement Night. Thank you for your time tonight. Parents and teachers equal student success. What is the FSA, the Florida Standards Assessment? FSA is an assessment given to Florida students in grade 3 and above each year. It is meant to assess the student's understanding and progress toward mastery of Florida's educational standards in various content areas. The success of a student has achieved with the Florida standards will be described by achievement levels that range from 1, which is the lowest, to 5, which is the highest. Level 3 indicates satisfactory performance on grade level standards. FSA Assessment Expectations. These include various types of questions such as multiple choice, multi-select, table match, and 2-part questions. In addition, students will be asked to interact with test content, write and respond in different ways than on traditional tests. They also measure students' mastery of the standards taught while emphasizing analytical and critical thinking. Third grade students will take the following FSA assessments this year. The ELA, English Language Arts and Reading, the week of April 5th through the 9th, and they will have 2 80-minute sessions. Math, the week of May 10th through 14th, and they will have 2 80-minute sessions. E-learners must come to campus for testing. Fourth grade students will take the following FSA assessments this year. Writing, April 8th, 1 120-minute session. ELA, the English Language Arts Reading, the week of May 3rd through 7th, 2 80-minute sessions. Writing and ELA reading are combined into 1 ELA score. Math, week of May 10th through 14th, 2 80-minute sessions. Again, e-learners must come to campus. Fifth grade students will take the following FSA assessments this year. Writing, April 8th, 1 120-minute session. ELA, English Language Arts Reading, week of May 3rd through the 7th, 2 80-minute sessions. Writing and ELA reading are combined into 1 ELA score. Math, the week of May 10th through 14th, 2 80-minute sessions. Science, week of May 17th through the 21st, 2 80-minute sessions. Again, e-learners must come to campus. FSA tidbits. Please encourage your child to leave all electronic devices, such as phones, watches, tablets, etc., at home on testing day. These items will not be allowed in the testing room and will be stored somewhere else. Make sure your child gets a good night's sleep and healthy breakfast before testing. Encourage them to try their best. An extra hug and positive word that day is helpful too. It's time to show all that they have learned this year. What are we doing to help your child think on a higher level? English Language Arts Reading, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. Your child is learning the following skills and strategies in their ELA reading classes. They're learning to justify answers using evidence from the text, to interact with multiple texts to build comprehension skills, to analyze text to determine meaning of new vocabulary words, to closely read text multiple times to gain a deeper understanding of text meaning and information, to answer both oral and written questions that are formatted similar to FSA type questions, write to explain their thinking using both text evidence and inferences. The following example shows how students are expected to justify their answers. Question 1. This question has two parts. First, answer part A, then answer part B. Part A. Which sentence best describes the lesson of the story? A. Helping others makes you feel good too. B. Performing in a talent show is a fun thing to do. C. Everyone can sing and dance if they really try. D. Being in charge is the most important job at a talent show. Part B. Which sentence from the passage best supports your answer in Part A? A. Instead, I had the proud feeling, like the sun was rising inside my chest. B. Open the curtains, said Principal Rice. C. You're up next, and you are whistling Yankee Doodle Dandy, so no crackers. D. She zoomed me a smile so huge all her teeth bracelets sparkled like diamonds in the spotlight. Students will often be asked to choose more than one answer. Which two statements would the uncle most likely agree? A. The uncle invented stone soup. B. The boys worked harder than he did. C. You can make soup out of stones. D. The boys tricked the uncle. E. The boys were actually pretty smart after all.
Writing will be taking place for 4th and 5th grade. Your child is learning to follow the writing process in their ELA class this year. Students will be expected to read multiple sources, text, on a topic and write a multi-paragraph essay based on the writing prompt topic. Students will write an informational or opinion essay based on the writing prompt they are given. The FSA writing test is given in one 120-minute session in which students will need to read their sources, plan, and write their essay. Students will be asked to read multiple sources in order to support informational or opinion-based writing. Here's an example of a student's writing. Students will use their planning time to create an introduction, where there's an example right here. Students will also use their planner to write different paragraph explaining the main point. Students will also finish their essay with a conclusion. Students are evaluated on purpose, focus, organization of their writing, evidence and elaboration, and conventions.
Students will also be tested in mathematics in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. For math FSA, your child will be applying and extending their math knowledge from previous years, rounding to any place with larger numbers, multiplying and dividing, problem solving using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, measuring to fraction of an inch and converting units, fractions, equivalency, add, subtract, multiply, geometry, angles. Students will often be asked to select more than one correct answer to a question. Students will be asked to solve expressions and equations to answer questions. Key words are important, such as equal and not. Examples of multi-select math problems. Students need to solve to find all of the possible solutions. Students will need to solve word problems while interacting with data charts and graphs. Students will be asked to solve multi-step word problems involving different operations. They're encouraged to underline key words as well as draw pictures or diagrams to help them solve the problems. Students may be asked to solve problems using a specific strategy they have been taught.
Science is a test for 5th grade only. Although this is a test for 5th graders, 1/3 of the test questions are from standards taught in 3rd and 4th grade. It is a paper pencil test. They will have a test booklet and an answer booklet. Students have been writing evidence on their quizzes all year to help practice for the science test. Good strategy is to read each question twice before answering. We've been working on finding keywords. Eliminate 1 or 2 answers that you know are wrong. Underline, take notes, draw a picture for your evidence. Resources to help them practice or review, floridastudents.org, and that's for standards from 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Unlike math and science, 5th grade will only have 1 correct answer. Sample question. A student tested different items to determine which items conduct electricity. Which list of items include only items that did not conduct electricity? If you look at the sample choices, there are several that are similar in each choice. This is why students practice eliminating answers that they know are incorrect. Also, some of the science questions will have diagrams that they will be asked to analyze. As well as finding the best answer for the question. Even though all the answers may look like they are correct, they're still looking for the best answer for that question.
Things that you can do at home to help your child is visit the online resources for additional practice in reading and math at home. Encourage reading daily. We have the system AR. Students should read at least 20 minutes each night. Ask your child questions before, during, and after their nightly reading. Have them support their thinking with text evidence from their book. Practice multiplication facts with your child. Make learning fun by playing cards together to reinforce math facts knowledge. Check and sign agendas daily, and check over your students' homework.
Good evening, I'm Miss Lloyd, a 5th grade teacher, and I'm here to share with you some question stems that you can use when your students are reading to you at home. And these could be for any grade level, 3 through 5, even younger. But they're standard-based questions that can work for any kind of book. Sometimes we'll be reading a story that's for information, and these questions would ask main idea, they would ask cause and effect, compare and contrast type of questions. So you'll see those in your packet. You'll also find literature question stems, which would go over things like dramas and poems, comparing and contrasting characters and settings, events, that type of thing. So these are really good to use, like I said, while your students are reading for those AR points. Another activity that we've included in your packet is Grandma's Garden. And Grandma's Garden has directions right here for how to play it. And then here's a little story that's about Grandma's Garden. And what we're looking for here is figurative language. And you're going to have little puzzle pieces. And they have things like hyperbole, onomatopoeia, simile. And they'll have the definitions, and you can put them together like little puzzle pieces. And then they have actual examples from our story, and the students can go through with you and look at the example from the story and then match them up with the figurative language that's an example of. So I think that should be a fun little activity, and I can't wait to hear about it. If you have any questions, just let us know.